now that you would create this kind of bad blood with Dak Prescott and then all of a sudden cave and give him the money that he's recommended when you could have given them this and kept the bad blood out of the equation. I just don't see it happening, Skip. I really, especially now we don't know the capacity of the stadiums. They say if there are no fans or limited fans, they can lose somewhere between $1 and $3 billion in ticket revenue. That's going to affect the cap moving forward. So they don't know long-term deal projecting out. The cap might come down, and Jerry's like, hold on, that 14% that we don't want to go over might be 18, 19%, Skip. If the cap comes down, we give you the type of money that you're asking for. So, Skip, at this point in time, I just don't see it happening. And plus, Dak says you made no acknowledgement. As a matter of fact, I'm going up on the price. Because you have not acknowledged Black Lives Matter, it's an extra $5 million.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You got that straight from the inner circle.
Yeah, old Todd France told me. He said because you, and see, he knows what Jerry's trying to do. Try to like, well, Juneteenth is a holiday. No. Juneteenth happened in 1865. June 19th, 1865. So 155 years, Juneteenth has been celebrated. Not one time have you gave paid vacation, paid time off. Nah, we're going to let you do it now. Cost you extra $5 million, Jerry, you're going to have to go on national TV and say Black Lives Matter. And you're going to have to stand up for us.
That's going to be part of the deal.
Part of the deal.
Okay.
Yep.
I love Jay Glazer. Jay Glazer is really, really good at what he does. He doesn't swing and miss. I can't remember him ever swinging and missing. He's not one of those shock jocks who throws it against the wall and hope it sticks.
Right.
I'm sure hoping he knows all the inner workings that are happening right now. I hope he is right on point because my team needs to get this out from under, get this out of this roadblock out of their way. It's a psychological roadblock for the football team because you're going to go in, if he plays under the tag, nobody's going to be completely comfortable with this because it just creates more bad blood. Yeah. It's as if neither party is all the way in, and it's never really worked out for anybody except for Kirk Cousins, but it didn't work out for the Redskins at all. They paid him a ton of money and got little to nothing in return.
And they're still looking for a quarterback.
That is correct.
Well, you got a month, Skip. July 15th is your drop dead date. You got 1 month.
My gut feeling is, and I'm not in the inner circle on this, but I do know Jerry. I've known him for a long time, and it feels like there's too much ice to thaw by July 15th. It feels like the bad blood coagulated. And it started, as Yahoo reported, back in the regular season, when Jerry kept saying, building up to game number 1 against the Giants, we're close, we're close, we're close.
Imminent.
Well, he said that night after the Giants game, big win, big game by Dak, QBR 94, scale 0 to 100, imminent. And somebody asked, what does that mean? What? He said days. It means within days. So I'm coming in here banging on the countertop, right?
Feeling good. You feeling good.
Like, here it comes. Tomorrow's going to be the big day on Undisputed, or maybe it's the next day. And the days passed and nothing happened because I did not know that they were, again, betting on themselves, Todd France and Dak. So they play another game at arch rival Washington. He has another huge QBR of 94 in that game. And they play a third game against the lowly Dolphins. Shannon Sharp's telling me it's all garbage, doesn't mean anything, right? They're not playing anybody. And Dak has another pretty big day of QBR 82. So right out of the box, he has an average QBR of 90 in 3 games, which just is running away with the QBR race in the NFL. And what happened? They go back to the negotiating table after 3 games, and Todd France says, Jerry, April Fools, or should I say September Fools, and you're the fool. Because we just changed the price. It just went right through the roof of Jerry World, right? And all of a sudden, Jerry got, according to Yahoo, angry. And I know Jerry, that's one thing. You don't jerk the rug out from under Jerry Jones in a negotiation, especially when he thought it was in good faith. And we are right there. We just got to cross this T and dot that I, and it's bottom line signed by Dak Prescott.
You know how it works, Skip. You know how retail is. Okay, the blouse or the shirt is $150. Okay, that's what it is today. You might come in tomorrow, it might be $155, $160. You can't get mad at me because you should have bought it yesterday. But you waited until tomorrow and the price went up. So you could have signed Dak when you had the chance. Price going up.
A funny thing happened to Dak Prescott on the way to the bank. Then he played a 4th game and a 5th game, and he played 13 more games. And over those 13 games, Pro Football Focus ranked him the 15th best quarterback in the NFL because I got to tell you, as big a fan as I am, he wasn't great. And they had the big game of the year up at New England, and he had a QBR of 26. And then they had the make-or-break, sink-or-swim game of the year to end the regular season at Philly, and he wasn't a whole lot better. His shoulder was banged up, but he had a QBR of 38. And he ended up as the starting quarterback 8-8, and he did not make the Pro Bowl. And he missed too many key throws. See Tavon Austin at Philly, 4th quarter, last drive.
What about all the more tight window throws that you keep throwing up in my face? Dak had the 4th highest completion percentage on tight window throws. Dak Prescott throws the most catchable passes in the NFL.
I think you're confusing him with the GOAT.
No, I ain't confusing with nothing. I'm confusing with that. But hold on. You said Dak Prescott after the first 3 games, Dak was the 15th best quarterback. That's what you said, right?
Over the last 13.
Over the last 13 games. So were the other 14, are their contracts up?
Right place, right time.
So Dak Prescott is number 1 then. So it don't matter about them other 14. That number 15, his contract is up. So Jerry Jones, what you gonna do?
I believe they're asking for in the 40s, $40 million a year, which is way beyond what Russell Wilson makes at the top of the list right now. And I think it's money that even Lee Steinberg and Patrick Mahomes were not thinking about a couple of months ago until this started happening. And then they're saying, here we go. Here we go. Set that bar way up high.
Lee Steinberg and Pat Mahomes talking about $250,000. Yeah, $250,000. That's what they're looking at, a $250,000 ticket.
Okay. They can realistically, credibly talk about it because that guy won an MVP, and that guy was the MVP of a Super Bowl winning team. Okay, so I can't take that away. You got me. That is worth $250 a bill. Yes, that's $250 million. It is. It is. I give you that. Dak, for all of my belief in him, he hasn't done that.
No.
He's made 2 Pro Bowls in 4 years and won 2 division championships in 4 years, and he's 1-3 in the playoffs.
And Dak says, well, I don't want to do that, and y'all pay me this bump because y'all already got me for 4 years, Skip. Remember? Y'all underpaid me for 4 years. So I don't want to be Super Bowl MVP. I don't want to win league MVP, and then y'all got me strapped into a 6-year deal that you're unwilling to renegotiate.
All right.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get fair above market value right now, so I'll be able to sleep with myself when I win y'all this Super Bowl and be an MVP. I'll be able to sleep with myself knowing I'm making $38-39 million as opposed to making a little $35 million. And plus, Russell Wilson deal was 2 years ago. What they got to do with me? I'm talking about right now. Right now, Skip.
Okay.
2 years ago, the climate was different. Look at it right now.
Well, guess what else is happening right now? A thing called the exclusive franchise tag is happening, and it's on him. And Jerry Jones knows that he could pay Dak a grand total of $31.4 million, which is a lot less than $40-odd million, next year, and have him. And then he could do it again for a second year at about 30, it's almost $37 million as it stands right now. But that's considerably less than $40-odd million. And you could have 2 years of Dak Prescott under the tag. The third year would get a little pricey because it goes up to $54 million. Let that sink in
for a second, Skip. Kansas City and the Houston Texans are saying, you know what, we want to do these deals. Skip, you do realize that both Deshaun and Mahomes have a 4th year, plus a 5th-year option, and a franchise tag. So theoretically, these teams don't have to do anything for 3 years. And they're at the door right now saying, guys, let's sit down and talk. Let's try to get something. Your guy waited till the contract was completely done 4 full years before he did anything. And Dak Prescott said, nah, Jerry, you know, I was going to think about doing a little something, do you a little nice favor. But since you made me go all the way to the end, nah, I ain't going to be able to do it.
So help me out. Is my guy better than Patrick Mahomes? No. Is my guy better than Deshaun Watson?
I've been trying to tell you that for the longest time, but you ain't want to listen to me. But now he want to get his money. Now you want to talk about he like the 15th best quarterback.
I didn't say he's the 15th. I've always said he's the 10th best. I got him barely in the top 10, which is pretty great.
Well, the other 9 is not available, so you got to pay him top dollar.
Okay, because Shannon Sharp would like my team's salary cap wrecked going forward. And I'm going to remind everybody, because of the pandemic, it certainly looks like the NFL is going to have to play without fans, maybe half full. We don't know for sure. And that could, guess what? That could dramatically reduce the available salary cap money going into the following season. They could reduce it by 50, 60, 70, 80 million dollars.
So let me ask you a question. So if there's no fans in the stand, do you expect Dak to play at the same high level? Okay, then, so you got to pay for that.
Okay, but the point is, if you overpay for that, and I believe they overpaid for Zeke, Jerry did, then all of a sudden, if you overpay for a quarterback, the dollars are so much bigger. It's twice as much as you overpaid for Zeke. Well, then, if the cap plummets next year, you're going to look around and say, what did we do? We're stuck. We're in salary cap hell.
Well, what you can do is that the 4 years that you underpaid Dak, and you like, ooh, Steven, Charlotte, look at all this money we got from not having to play a quarterback top tier money. Now, all that money that you saved, guess what, Skip? You saving for a rainy day. Guess what? It's raining. Dak Prescott said it's raining outside. It ain't 70, it's sunny, Skip, baby. It's a deluge.
So I get amused by hearing all these people, these commentators, columnists, ex-players say, pay him.
Pay the man.
Well, pay him what? Like blank check him? Like just say, here are the keys to the kingdom. Well, I'll give you my checkbook. You just write down however much you want. Okay, Jerry, I'll write $50 million. It's a capped sport. It's a hard salary cap. It's not the NBA's where you can leap through little loopholes left and right and you can get away with, wait a second, how did the Warriors have KD and Steph and Draymond and Clay? How do you have all those on the same? I don't know. They do it